sometimes you just run across a team that gives you a hard time. It doesn't make what you have done throughout the course of an NBA season irrelevant, and it doesn't mean that you're not prime and ready to go ahead and make a deep run. Just sometimes a team gives you a tough time. Look at the Kings and the Warriors. I mean, if De'Aaron Fox didn't get injured, I mean, he's still going to be able to play tonight. But if he's 100%, obviously that series looks different. The Kings are just giving them a hard time. It doesn't mean that the Warriors can't make a run. Right. Same thing with the Grizzlies and the Lakers series. If Ja Morant was healthy, the series might look different, but they're still giving the Lakers a hard time. It doesn't mean that you're not primed to make a deep run, like I said. So I just think that this is a situation where Trae Young and the Hawks are giving Boston a little bit of a harder time than maybe they anticipated. Maybe the Celtics also have been playing with their food a little bit. And taking and not, going into this series thinking it was much of anything because the Hawks really haven't done anything this season. So maybe they underestimated their opponent a little bit. Yeah, I'm not worried about Boston. That's a really good basketball team. This just happens. We've seen this before.
Yeah. Any word for you?
I disagree. I disagree, Corey. Lakers all year struggled, right? Injury prone, made some trades at the deadline. The Memphis Grizzlies were the better team all year. They get bounced, right? Or they're about to get bounced. Then you have, who just got bounced? Giannis, right? Like, did they get bounced yet, or it's one more?
No,
they have one more game, right?
Tonight
But pretty much the Heat are in control. They're about to get bounced. They were one of the better teams in all of NBA, and they're about to be ran through. So pause. It's a pause moment. I'm working on my pause moments, but this is a thing. This is a real thing, and the Celtics should be concerned. The Celtics should be concerned because you got Jason Tatum in a closeout game, and what he gave you, 19 points, right? Like, this is his opportunity to truly solidify his position as a superstar. Everybody knows he's a star, but the question around him the last couple of years is he a superstar? It's a closeout game, bro. Go get it done. So if they don't get it done, or if he doesn't stand up, not only this round, but the next round, I think there's going to be some question marks around him as we move forward as this. Is Jason Tatum a true superstar? And that's been a question the last few years.
So are you saying that the Celtics after this Game 5 need to be concerned as a whole, as an entire team because of a bad game? I'm confused.
Well, what do you mean bad game? We're talking about, Ashley, this is, you make it seem like going to Atlanta Thursday for Game 6 is going to be sweet for the Celtics.
No, what I'm saying is I don't think the Celtics need to be concerned as an entire team because of a half-court shot that Trae Young banked in. It happens. Like, yeah, they've played with their food a little bit. They've overcomplicated the game a little bit. There is some concerns about Mazzulla's rotations or lack thereof.
Basketball, though. Like, close it out. Doesn't matter.
But as a whole, does this team mean to be concerned they get bounced in the first round? No. They're going to win this series. They're the better team. And in a 7-game series, the better team will always win.
Well, I brought up the Memphis Grizzlies because they were the better team all year, right? They're not better. They're not better than the Lakers,
that's
right?
A different
they're better than the Lakers. Though. That's what everybody said.
Right,
even
but that's
Giannis.
Injury.
I know Giannis went down, hurt back, and then did something with his knee in the last game. But wouldn't you say that they're the better team than the Heat? The Heat struggled all year, pretty much.
No, but what I'm saying is that it's different when you have a healthy team that has a bad game or has not taken a series as maybe seriously as they should have because they underestimated their opponent. That's drastically different than what's happening in Memphis. Memphis is at a deficit because their star player is injured. Like, injury is different. Injury will change the course of a series. So, yeah, you could be the better team all season, but when the playoffs come around, if your opponent is not healthy, what they did in the regular season is irrelevant because now it's a different team. You're not 100%. That's not what's happening in Boston. What's happening in Boston is they went into Atlanta, into the series, probably underestimating their opponent a little bit. They got caught slipping a few times, and here we are. But I don't know if I'm concerned for this team as a whole. I just think that this is what happens when you underestimate your opponent, and you can't underestimate a Trae Young, despite what the Hawks have looked like all season.